welcome back. This is Shayna with Lucky and Boer Goats, and as you can tell, I am not in the correct building for a kidding video, and unfortunately, this is just a really bad day. So, Spotty was not due to kid for another 20 days. She wasn't even on our radar. Everyone is otherwise healthy. I'm not entirely certain what happened. I was pretty angry this morning. So Brandon, he had gone out and done chores this morning, and he came in and he asked me, I'm actually 2 videos behind as of this video with Grace's delivery and Lizzie's delivery. But Grace's boy, it's been really cold here. This is actually the first warm day that we've had in a while. And anyway, so Brandon had asked that I run out and check on the little boy of Grace's boy because he just kind of acted off. Well, he's totally fine. But on my way out, the first thing I noticed walking through the pen is that Spotty's udder was huge. And Spotty's a great mom. She has great maternal lines, just solid dough all the way around. And the first thing I noticed as I walked by is her udder's huge, and I'm like, wow, that is really big for you to still have 20 days. Well, then I saw all the goo hanging from her backside, and at first it just didn't click. I thought, oh, you're in labor, shoot. Well, I'll go take care of this baby, and then I'll run you in. And so I got everything set up, and then I came back out, and then it's like my brain put together, wait a minute, there's something. Like, this isn't pre-baby goo, this is post-baby goo, and like Spotty looked not pregnant anymore, and she must have kidded last night. I forgot to look at the overnight temperatures. I'm sure it got down at least into the teens, if not single digits, last night, and so even if they would have been full term, it was just not a survivable. I don't think it was a survivable temperature last night anyway. So I have the kids here, so this is kind of my warning if you don't want to see deceased kids. I mean, they were just dropped in the dirt, and my guess would be, of course, it's 2 doe kids, 2 full-blood doe kids. I'm convinced full-blood doe kids are they're like unicorns. There's always something. You either have all bucks or the does you do have die. But anyway, before I show you these kids, and I guess it's more so kind of just educational, so you can see we'll take a look at them. I guess I forgot to put gloves on. I'll just have to wash my hands afterwards. But yeah, we'll take a look. They're really dirty. They were just dropped in the dirt in the shed, in just one of our sheds out in the open. And as a precaution, we're going to, all the moms that are still pregnant, we're going to give everybody a shot of oxytetracycline. So that's just LA-200. There are so many things that can cause abortions. She could have, or just this early delivery, she could have had a placental detachment from a goat hitting her too hard in the side. There just could have been something just wrong with these kids. She could have a bacterial infection that we don't know about. Something, is it Clostridium? I can't remember the bacteria that causes abortion storms, but that's why we're going to treat everybody as a precaution, just in case. That's the problem with abortion storms, is you don't know you have an abortion storm until you have an abortion storm. So my gut doesn't tell me that's what this is, but just as a precaution, because I don't want to lose just a whole season of kids to something that is treatable and somewhat preventative, whatever the word is. Anyway, so anyway, I'll ramble on while we take a peek at these kids here in a second. Okay, so these are my 2 little doe kids that apparently were born. I would put them at about 20 days early. And again, that's what I have on she literally, the earliest they could be would be 10 days because she physically was not in or near a buck. The earliest would be, they physically cannot be any earlier. The earliest they can be would be 10 days early, but I actually put them more at 20 days early. And when I first looked at them, I really thought they're how do I say this? They look big, but they are not big. They're just, their growth is there, but now they would be at the point where they would be putting on weight. And obviously this shot is not doing them justice. They're actually, I have very tiny hands, and they are pretty small. Another thing, well, actually there's two things, I guess, not that I'm an expert, but to notice here. Now this kid, Spotty had cleaned off. She's completely clean on the other side. But the fact that she's so dirty on this side does make me wonder if she wasn't born dead. This kid, I don't think she was cleaned off. Okay, so she was somewhat cleaned off, but this one still has everything wrapped around her. I don't even think this kid attempted to get up. I mean, like I said, I'm no expert. Thankfully, we've been blessed in this way that we just don't have kids born early. We don't have stillborns. We don't have this problem. But my guess is that with her placenta still wrapped around her, she never attempted to get up for sure. And this one, to be honest, my gut just tells me they were born dead because they're just, and there's no meat on their bones. They're just little. And then the other thing that you can look at is her mouth is very swollen already. Her milk teeth, see, and I'm not doing you justice by being able to, there, now can you, her mouth is very, very swollen, and I don't think I can get the camera, like her mouth teeth, she doesn't, like just the very tips of her baby teeth erupting. Oh, sorry, the camera, I'm trying to do multiple things at once here. And then that's kind of the same thing, because those baby teeth they're born with. But this is something I've never really paid attention to, so this is, if anything, a little educational for me, because 98% of our kids have always been born full term. And see, you can feel them under the gum, but they're not there. Yeah, so what we'll do is poor Spotty, she's been looking for kids all day. We have her, that's the other thing, she's sectioned off from everybody. She's quarantining until we can get her treated and let those antibiotics run through her at least for a couple days. But yeah, we'll treat everybody with LA 200, and then we'll go from there and hope for the best for everybody else. And yeah, I guess this just happens. I wasn't very happy about it when I found it this morning. Sorry, I thought it'd just be easier if I put the camera around. But yeah, neither Brandon and I were not very happy because I don't know. I know some people don't. They don't take this stuff personally. They just they can just let it fly off their back and not think anything of it. But Brandon and I, we take it so personally that it's I told him because Brandon's not the one, he's not good about, he looks at them, but I think it's a man thing. He doesn't look at them. It's like I told him, I walked out and noticed Spotty's udder immediately. And I think that's just the difference between him and I. And normally I do evening chores, and last night I didn't do evening chores, and it's oh my God, if I would have done evening chores, would I have noticed that, she had bagged up all of a sudden, and her udder was full. And so I don't know. It doesn't change it. There's no sense in fretting over it, but yeah, it just really sucks. Especially, it's different if, a goat doesn't take right away, they don't settle right away, or, even, because Hope ended up, because she had the deformed kid, something, ultrasound, we knew something was wrong, and she ended up aborting, but we never found the baby. She must have absorbed it, because I don't know what happened. But I had walked out there one day and there was just blood everywhere. And so then we quarantined her, but we knew something was wrong with her kid, and I never found the kid. So I have no idea what happened there. But when you have these ones where they're literally, you're at the finish line. I got 20 more days. Hell, I could make 15 more days work. And as long as I'm there, I can save the kids. And to get this close to the finish line, and then you just don't make it. And it just sucks. It really sucks. So But anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to give everybody a shot, keep an eye on everybody. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Not good news today. And I apologize. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, but it's not meant to, what's it called when you trick people into watching YouTube videos? I don't know. I don't watch enough YouTube to know what it's called, but I'm not trying to, what the hell is that called? It has a word. Anyway, clickbait. I'm not trying to clickbait. This is just more so educational, and I know for some of you, there are some that keep up with our farm regularly, so this is just, in case you're wondering why Spotty doesn't have a labor and delivery video, it's because she did not, in fact, have a, what should have been a normal labor and delivery, so here we are. But anyway, we're just going to hope and pray that that this was just an unfortunate event and that everybody else makes it to the finish line. So with that, we'll catch you in the next video.